So this is the Lenovo Slim Pro 9i. At least that's what it goes by here in North America. Globally, it's called the Yoga Pro 9i. But anyways, the aim here is to bring a super high level of creator and gaming performance into a form factor that's almost unbelievably portable. And Lenovo is actually sponsoring this preview where we get to look a bit closer at everything this new laptop has to offer before the full review, which will be coming out in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. So the Slim Pro 9i is basically going to sit above the super impressive Slim 7 Pro X series I looked at last year by offering more power, a 16-inch screen option alongside a 14-inch model, additional storage configs, higher memory capacities, higher-end GPUs and CPUs, and well, a whole lot more. And remember, the Pro X was pretty much the pinnacle of thin and light laptop design last year. And think about this for a second, guys. They're putting an i9 H series CPU rather than a U or P series and an RTX 4070 into a laptop that's just 18 millimeters thin. And it only weighs around 4.5 pounds, at least for the 16-inch model that I'll be looking at in this video. And I know what you guys are thinking because you've heard this story before. A laptop manufacturer says that they've got a higher-end RTX 4000 series GPU in their brand spanking new thin and light laptop. And guess what? They're running it at, well, how does 35 watts sound for an RTX 4070? Yeah, no thanks, because that's exactly what Lenovo said too. So all the Pro 9i GPU configs end up hitting up to 100 watts on the 16-inch model, and the smaller 14-inch model gets on the action too by hitting 80 watts. So if we line the best of the best from last year with the Slim Pro 9i in gaming, well, it isn't even close. Now, I know this isn't really a fair fight since this is a 16-inch versus a 14-inch laptop, but it really goes to show how far things have come. Just last year, we were talking about casual gaming on the Slim 7 Pro X series, but now there's a lot more flexibility for AAA titles too. And guess what? Having a properly powerful GPU along with NVIDIA Studio drivers means if you're a creator on the go, you don't have to sacrifice rendering power either. And that's good for everyone. Plus, if you're heavily invested in the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, Lenovo is including a free 2-month membership with every 2023 Yoga Pro device. Anyways, outside the GPU, Lenovo is also running with custom 13th gen silicon. Well, sort of custom. Let me explain. While the cores and integrated graphics haven't changed, the chip's overall package area has decreased by about 24%. So it gets slightly revised names with an 5 at the end, but otherwise, these are still your regular 13th gen H series CPUs. Either way, in laptop form factors where every millimeter is critical, that space saving is hugely important. It allowed Lenovo to increase the cooling assembly size and shorten the pathways between the CPU and other components. So along with an HID or high density interconnect PCB, this allows for much more power levels through better cooling and the ability to run faster DDR5 memory as well. And when you put all of those things together, the Slim Pro 9i CPU can hit up to 80 watts and sustain all-core workloads, which is actually right in line with much bigger gaming laptops. When combined together, the CPU and GPU have a total TDP of 130 watts on the 16-inch model. Now, I should also mention that this is from a pre-production sample on beta drivers, so I'd expect there to be a bit more room to improve as well. Even with that kind of performance, Lenovo stopped this thing from burning itself down into a pile of goo by adding one heck of a cooling solution too. All of these items are the cornerstones of what Lenovo calls X-Power. So you get top-tiered customized hardware coupled with a pretty crazy cooling system, all interconnected with back-end optimization software that's fine-tuned to keep such a compact laptop running quiet and cool without sacrificing performance. Finally, here's a quick snapshot of battery life, and it's pretty much what I'd expect since this is a larger 16-inch laptop that gets a more power-hungry mini LED display and much higher-end components. Plus, this being a pre-production sample, there's a lot more fine-tuning that needs to be done in order to get the best power to battery life ratio. So hopefully it'll get better since I was hoping for more, to be honest. So that's what's inside the guts of the Slim Pro 9i. But probably the most important thing about any laptop is what's right in front of you. You know, the items that you interact with, like the keyboard, the screen, and just how this thing handles from a day-to-day lifestyle. And that's where the Comfort Edge design comes in. So the minimalistic looking chassis comes with curvy and smooth edges that help with everyday handling, more specifically with typing. So you can say goodbye to edge marks on your wrists after typing away for hours in front of a laptop. The storm gray color I've always liked is here too, but they've added a really unique Tidal Teal colorway as well. Lenovo's also pivoting towards sustainability this year, so the chassis contains recycled aluminum and post-consumer recycled plastic materials. Now, if you're looking for a thin and light 16-inch laptop or even a 14-inch laptop, the Pro 9i series has you covered because this thing has ports for life. So on the left, you get power in, USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1, Thunderbolt 4, and an audio jack. Switching over to the left, you get another USB Type-A port and a full-size SD card reader. Now, one thing to note is the power connectors for the 14-inch and the 16-inch Pro 9i are different. While the 14-inch uses standard USB Type-C for charging, the 16-inch shifts to a proprietary port due to its higher peak power needs, but even its 170-watt adapter is still pretty compact. It also supports rapid charge, so if you plug in the laptop for 15 minutes, you can get up to 3 hours of runtime. Now, when it comes to the interior space, Lenovo's thinking, why fix something that ain't broke? Now, the 16-inch model that I have over here gets a full-size keyboard with a numpad. And I'm not sure I like that. Now, sure, if you're someone who works with a lot of numbers, this can come in clutch, but for the rest of us, the offset keyboard and glass trackpad feels, well, sort of a bit awkward, I guess. Speaking of the keyboard, it's got a few small quality of life improvements too, like a bit more key travel and a concave dish profile for better comfort. You also get front-facing speaker setup, and the 16-inch model has added 2 additional drivers on the side that are supposed to add a bit more depth to the sound. There's a 5-megapixel webcam that can now shoot in 1080p, and there is a privacy shutter switch located right beside the power button that disables the webcam, so you don't have to worry about sticking a piece of tape on top of the camera. The Pro 9i also steps things up in the display department as well. But honestly, 2023 is the year of the laptop display wars, with pretty much every company taking their panels to the next level. So what you're getting here is a 16:10 Pure Sight Pro mini LED display with a refresh rate of 165 Hz and a 3.2K resolution, which can supposedly achieve up to 1200 nits of peak brightness levels. So that's a quick preview of what you can expect from the new Lenovo Slim Pro 9i. Even though this isn't a full review since Lenovo sent a pre-production device, it's still incredible to see how far companies can push performance nowadays on a relatively thin and light device. But getting a true next generation blend of performance and portability doesn't come cheap, since the 16-inch model starts at $1,800 US with an RTX 4050 and an i7 CPU, while the 14-inch is just $100 less. And is it actually worth that money? Well, like I said earlier, this is just a preview, so I can't really answer that right now, but stay tuned for our full review of a production Slim Pro 9i once we get our hands on one. I'm Ibor with hardwarecanucks. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Tidal Teal might be one of my favorite colors moving forward. It just looks so cool. Heck, it even matches my, my hoodie. Kind of, sort of.